You can start, Satish.
Hey, hello everyone. Good morning. Myself, Suman. And let me introduce myself. Myself, Suman. My total years of experience in the industry is 18 plus years. I worked like 10 years at on-site, especially in US. And I worked both sides of the Oracle application, technical as well as functional. So out of my 18 years of experience, I can say that 9 years in the technical side and the 9 years on the functional side. And when I'm saying that functional side, out of 9 years, 6 years is specialized in the Oracle Fusion accounting. I played different roles when I started my career. It's like I worked as a team member but when I get an opportunity to work at the on-site, I played a different role like on-site coordinator, team lead, project manager, and all this. I worked over different industries like finance or manufacturing, healthcare, and insurance. And now I'm with you guys to take that training. Top on that, I have like four active Oracle certification. One is particularly in financial, Fusion Accounting General Ledger, then account payables, account receivables, and you know, last nothing but the Fusion Accounting Hub. So before starting the session, if every one of you, if you can introduce yourself, I just need your name, and if you are a fresher or an experienced one, and what number of years experience you have. That will be really help me, to know you guys, okay, who are my audience, and we can interact down the sessions. So who want to be who want to start the first, please?
Sure, I can start. I can go alphabetic. My name is Arun. I've
Okay.
been in the Oracle Financial Fusion world for a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, I was in PeopleSoft Financial world for, I mean, whatever,
Yeah,
12
great,
plus years.
great, Arun.
Yeah.
Uh, Anirudh, can you go ahead, please?
Yeah, this is Anirudh. I have total 13 plus years of experience,
Mm-hmm.
and I work in PeopleSoft,
Okay.
techno-functional
Mm-hmm.
developer.
And finance functionals only, right?
Yeah, yeah, financial functional,
Perfect,
yes.
perfect. Yeah, Bala, if you can introduce yourself, please.
Hi, someone.
Yeah, Bala, please.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm into Oracle Financial Fusion for
mm-hmm,
last couple of years,
mm-hmm.
and I want to know on accounting of functionality how it works.
Okay, so great, great. And Kalyan, you can go next, please.
Hi Suman, myself Kalyan Chakravarti. I'm an Oracle Finance Functional Consultant.
Mm-hmm.
I work on EBS and Fusion.
Great, great.
I have
So,
6 years of experience.
okay. So I have few guys already know Fusion and Oracle background. Okay. Uh Rama, can you go next, please?
Yeah, this is Ramakrishna. I'm having 2 plus years of experience into Oracle Finance.
Oracle Finance.
Yes, sir.
Great, great, great. Uh, did anyone left or we covered all? Okay, I think we covered all. Okay, okay, guys. As I introduced myself, right? I'm Suman, and 18 plus years of experience in IT industry with different clients having good experience at the on-site. Especially, I worked for the US client only. So I think Satish is already shared this sheet with you guys. Let me know when you can see my screen.
Yes, we can.
Okay, so this training is all about like Fusion Accounting Hub, and might be some of you already know what is Fusion Accounting Hub, but we will start with the definition and cover each and every aspects of the Accounting Hub, right? So say an example, let's cover the content, what we are going to cover as a part of the training in this session. So if you see, the first section, we are talking about the modules and functional setup manager overview. So in Fusion application or Fusion, so Oracle come up with the concept called Fusion Functional Setup Manager. So if someone is from the EBS background, we do the setups related to every modules having the super user responsibility and all. But here the Oracle provide a single interface. You can, configure the whole application. It's like either it's a GL or AP or AR or, FAH, what we are going to cover here. But so to do the configuration, you need some role, and that role give you the access to this functional setup manager. So we'll see, down the line, what are the roles required for you to, get the access of the functional setup manager, and that configuration, different configuration or different module configuration, you can do it, right? Then we'll talk about, the implementation overview. As a few of you guys, either you worked on the PeopleSource side or the R12 side or the Fusion side, or maybe you are a fresher, doesn't matter here. So we'll cover those things in detail. So what are the different, phases of implementation in terms of Oracle Fusion project, right? Then I think you who already associated with the Fusion application, they already know what is offering and options, right? So that we will also cover in details, basically what we called as offering, how Oracle provide, or you can buy the Oracle product in terms of on-premises versus the subscription based, right? What is the difference between the Fusion versus the cloud? And if you want to go in the details, we can cover that in detail as well. Then the next section we are going to cover is overview of a common application configuration. As you guys are aware of that, Fusion Accounting Hub is a separate module, or you can say that application, right? And before we need to start on this, there should be some common configuration needs to be in place. So say an example, if you want to use the Fusion Accounting Hub, all the setups related to basic setups we are talking about related to general ledger should be in place. So as this course is specialized in terms of FAH, but we will cover the overview of all these bullet points given over here, like basically how to define enterprise structure. So it will be an overview. But if you want to go in details, I think Satish can guide you how if you want to read through, in details all this. So I think Satish can help you on that, and we can talk about that. Then what is enterprise structure? So basically there are different hierarchy, or this one you can say the enterprise. Then you have divisions, then you have primary ledger, you have the legal entity, you have the operating unit, and the inventory organization. All these are nothing but part of the enterprise structure. Then how basically defining legal jurisdiction and authority is nothing but your legal entities and all. So then what is, if you want to say how to manage the business unit, what is the business unit is, how to maintain it. And as you know, the value set, if you want to create a value set, either in terms of when you're creating the chart of account or for a different purpose you want to use the value set, so we'll cover that as well. Then overview of the file based data import. So in short term, we call that as a FBDI, that is file based data import. So in Oracle Fusion, Oracle come up with a concept, what is we have highlighted here, file based data import. So if you are aware that if we are going for a subscription for any modules of Oracle application, either is a GL, FAH, or financial or manufacturing, or P2P cycle. So as a part of the Fusion, Oracle provide in, I think most of the module they have provided this file-based data import functionality. So with the help of that, if client has any legacy system which they are using and they want to import the data, either it's a historical data or it's an interface daily to daily which they want to import in Fusion, then we need to go with this path, file based data import. Sorry about that. And there is another concept called ADFDI. We will cover down the line as a part of the FAH as well. And then in GL, we have also the concept called defined and publishing hierarchy. So these are the few common things we will cover of that in we will give an overview. But if it is required in detail, we can talk about that. Then the next part is the financial reporting structure. So as we said, right, accounting configuration prerequisites. Say an example, when we are saying that Fusion Accounting Hub, right? So in Fusion Accounting Hub, we are going to create the accounting rules. What are the different accounting rules? We will talk about when we see these topics down the line. But what is the prerequisite? The prerequisite is your GL, basic setup of your GL or general ledger should be in place. And these are done by the GL functional consultant, not the FAH functional consultant. So there is a different role and different responsibility who is going to what. So we'll talk about that in detail. Then say an example, one of the basic setup is defining chart of account. So it's a GL. So when you start any financial application, GL is the core functionality, and you need to start configuring GL first, then the other financial modules like AP or AR or cash management or expense or fixed asset, all these. Then as a part of this, we have the concept called calendar. So how to create the calendar, how to manage the calendar, or say an example, if New Year is approaching, how you can create the different period of an calendar. So we'll talk about that. And then we have the currency. So basically every country, say in India, we are using INR, right? If you talk about the US, they are talking about USD, right? Dollar. In Australia, they also called as a dollar, but that is Australian dollar. In UAE, they are using a different currency. In If you go to the UK, they are using the pounds. So what are these currencies and what is the significance of these currencies? And then we have the concept called something called like functional currency versus what are the different currencies we have. We will talk about on that, and then I think how to define currency. But normally Oracle provide all the currencies and we just need to enable it. So we'll talk about that as well. And when we are talking about GL, so say an example, if you see, defining chart of account, defining calendar, defining currency. So these three things, like if you see, there is a common something called C, C, and C. So we also called them three C's: calendar, currency, and chart of account. And there is another C we will talk about, that is accounting method. Even there is a no C in accounting method, it's starting with A, but there is a logic behind that, and Oracle also called that as a 4C. So when you are saying that ledgers in GL, so the first thing is primary ledger. So if say there is a question about how you create the primary ledger, so we can create the primary ledger with 4Cs. And what are those 4Cs are? First thing is your chart of account. Second thing is your calendar. And third thing is your currency. And the fourth is your accounting method. We'll see those, when I will give you an overview of that. So out of these 4Cs, which one is required and which one is optional when you are creating the primary ledger? Then we will also talk about what is the meaning of secondary ledger, how we can define the secondary ledger. What is the purpose of the secondary ledger? And then what is the reporting currency? Basically, if you see all these three topics, these are related to different type of ledgers. So primary ledger, secondary ledger, and third type of ledger is a reporting currency. And there is a concept called defining ledger set. I think if I'm saying that, say simple English word as a set is nothing but a group of things. And when I'm saying the group of things, if I'm saying the ledger set, so you can club together multiple ledgers. So that's the meaning of the ledger set. So we'll talk about this on this topic as well, how you can create the ledger set, what are the benefits of this ledger set, when you because when you're creating something as a part of the application, definitely there is a purpose behind it. And either the purpose is saving your time or saving your time at the critical time, like when you are doing the period closure and all, and when you are processing the data through different modules of the application, how it is going to utilize. The next thing is when we are creating all these ledgers, either the primary ledger, secondary ledger, or the reporting currency, so what are the different type of options we have available? So you can set up the default rules over there. So you can and you can control the behavior of a particular ledger with the help of the ledger options. Then the next thing is what is the data access set security. Then we'll also cover on the segment value security, what is journal sequencing and where it is used, and what are the different components of the period close. I think if you are belongs to like IT industry and you worked on the functional side, but here we will cover all these things in details. As a period close, what are the activities needs to be done, either in terms of GL or FAH. So we'll cover this in detail when we'll start this course. And then period close checklist. So a few things here again, it is coming from the general ledger side, that is GL, like journal import verification process. So basically, this is nothing but one of the interface if you want to push or create journals from the legacy system to Fusion Journal Ledger. So you can use this functionality. Also, journal import also used by any other subledger application in Fusion Financial. So Session, when I am talking about the subledger basically, if you see here, we are saying that this is the primary ledger. So we are going to create the primary ledger in GL, but all other applications, sorry, like account payables, account receivables, cash management, or even the FS source system, what we are going to, they all are called as a subledger. So basically, they all these subledger pushing the data to GL into this primary ledger, and they always used journal import. Sorry, guys. So we'll see how that interface is utilized with different subledger applications, and how these are interacting with GL, because your financial reporting is always generated through journal ledger. Then again, what is the foreign currency translation? We'll talk about this. This is one of the concept in GL, translation. Then consolidating ledgers. So if a company have a presence in different countries, and as a corporate they want to generate consolidated reportings, how we can achieve that we are going to cover. Guys, give me 1 second, please. Hey, sorry for the interruption. Okay, I will take a pause here, and if anyone has any question so far, please go ahead with your question.
Yes, Suman, I have a question.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, as of now, okay, I understand, okay, the basic structure is important.
Mm-hmm.
So all the GL related components, okay, we'll have to configure first.
Mm-hmm.
What is basically related to financial hub? What is the functionality it's going to do?
As a part of FH, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Give me like few seconds. We have not covered all the contents. We will cover that as well. Yeah.
Okay, right.
In the next screen or the next page, you will see what we are going to cover as part of the FH.
Yes, thanks.
Okay. Yeah. No problem. Any other question, please? Okay, I will consider that as a no. Okay, the next. Yes, please go ahead. Hey, your voice is.
Most of the topics related to finance also. Are you getting me?
Can you
Hello?
speak? Can you speak it loud, please? Because I'm really hard to hear you.
Now I am audible.
Yes, go ahead.
As I see the topic, most of the topic related to finance also. So what is the basic difference between accounting, hub and finance? So why we are joining this course? Is there anything different from financials?
Satish, if you heard that question, can you repeat it, please? Because for me it was really, difficult to understand. Or anyone can rephrase, please?
Suman is asking the same question what I have asked.
Okay, no problem. Okay, just wait for a few minutes. We will cover each and everything what we are going to cover as a part of this course as well as for the FH one. Okay. So
Sure.
yeah, please. So now, say an example, any record we create as a part of the GL, we called as a journal. So we are also going to cover, okay, how to create the manual journal in GL, and we will also cover if you want to create the journal as a part of the ADFDI installation. So say an example, Oracle, in the first phase, if you see here, we talked about, ADFDI templates right here, file-based data import. There is another concept Oracle come up with, that is ADFDI template. So these templates having macros created as a part of the template, and this is like you are creating the what you called journals, either two ways. One is you can go to the application, create the journal, or you can create the journal with the help of the spreadsheet, but that spreadsheet connected to your Fusion application. So every module have the ADFDI FDI templates, just like in FAH we have ADFDI template to create the manual journals, right? In GL also you have the ADFDI template with the help of that. So to use the ADFDI template, we need to do some installation and the setup. So we are going to cover that as well, and how to create manual journals using ADFDI template in FAH. We are going to cover that as well. Okay, create journals using spreadsheet is we are talking about, so it is also called as ADFDI template or the spreadsheet. So always the source when you create the journal is GL, it will show as a spreadsheet for that. Okay, so guys, this is what you guys were waiting for. Okay, so Fusion Accounting Hub. So when you are talking about the Fusion Accounting Hub, what are the different accounting rules or the different configuration we need to do? these are the list of everything. So when we are saying that accounting transformation configuration, so when you enable Fusion Accounting Hub, then you will see under accounting transformation all these options, right? So create subledger application setup in spreadsheet. I have highlighted or added here. I think you don't have this part in your sheet which we have shared. It's like rapid implementation sheet. So as a part of the FAH configuration, Oracle provide a spreadsheet, and we need to fill that spreadsheet as part of our after doing the requirement gathering from the client systems. And there are a few steps. It's like, we need to provide the source system, line information, header information, and then we upload that file to FH, and that will create a source system. So please try to, when I'm saying that down the line source system or the subledger application, these are the same thing. So sometime maybe I will use the subledger application, sometime I will use the source system. I will try to be a consistent, but don't be confused between the subledger and the source system. Both are the same. So say an example, here it is saying that create subledger application setups, right? So you can also say that create source system application setups is the same thing. Then next is manage subledger application. So an example, once you create the source system slash subledger application, how we can go and manage or review those subledger application. Then update subledger application once, so you can set up some defaults and all with the help of that. And when you are running this or uploading this rapid implementation sheet, what system will create behind the scene when it is creating the whole source system for you or the whole subledger application? So we'll cover what are the different transaction objects it will create, what are the different sources it will create, how you can manage those sources. So once you upload that file, what are the different sources is it is created, which we provided as a part of the rapid implementation sheet. And if in future, if it is required, you want to add a, say an example, different source, or there is a requirement you want to add a new field in the source system or something, so how it can be achieved, and what are the challenges we are going to face in it, right? And when you say upload this rapid implementation state, there are few things you need to enable. It's like after you upload it, after that also you can do it, but there is some challenge on that. Then you next is, it's like user defined formula. Say an example, when you do any accounting configuration or you create any accounting rule, right? So if there is any calculation involved, so how you can create a user defined formula and how that formula can be used as a part of your accounting rule. So we are going to cover that as well. Then see, manage accounting attributes. So what are these attributes? What are the required attributes, available when you create the source system? Then we'll talk about, okay, what are the different types of accounting rules and how you can configure those and where they are used and what is the hierarchy of those accounting rules, and how it's like when you run or create accounting in for any the subledger or the source system that what we have created, how it is associated, how particular ledger or subledger, how they are connected to each other, how the create accounting know, okay, they need to run this sequence of accounting rules. So we are going to cover that as well. And then say an example, what are the different, so one of the type of accounting rule is, say you can say that general line rule. another is description rule. Then we have the mapping set. But what is the use of the mapping set? First of all, what is the mapping set? What is the use of the mapping set? And for which accounting rule we need to attach that mapping set? When we need to create the mapping set, is that what are the different accounting rules that are required and what are optionals? Then say an example, once you configured all the mapping set, how you manage the current accounting rules? If there is any modification, there is any enhancement, or there is a new requirement you need to create, then how you will achieve that? Then what is supporting references? Different type of supporting reference. What is the purpose of the supporting reference? Why we need the supporting reference as a part of the Fusion Accounting Hub, that we are going to cover. Then we have like manager, subledger, journal entry rule set. So as I as I was talking about, right, we have a different hierarchy how these accounting rules. So journal entry rule set is nothing but it's a combination of all your accounting rule set. So when you see any journal either in FAH or in GL, right, there will be a structure that, when we cover this part, I will cover this in details. So it club your all accounting rules. Either it's a general line rule, description rule, and description rule can be, like header description rule and the line description rule, right? So it clubs all together, all your chart of account, debit or credit lines and all, and it's nothing that the structure of your journal entries. So we'll cover this in detail when we are going through as a part of this course. Then you have the manage accounting method. Accounting method is a key when it comes to the subledger. So accounting method is not required if you create the journal in GL, but it becomes mandatory when you create any journal in any of the subledger. Either it's a AP, AR, cash management, or we are going to cover as a part of FAH. So we need to understand, and Oracle provide out-of-box accounting methods that we will cover what are those are. But when it comes to FAH, so when we are implementing FAH, how we are going to use the existing one? Can we use the as is, or we need to do some modification or copy the existing accounting rules and add our additional source system as a part of it so that it can align with all the other subledger applications. Then basically once you create the journal entry rule set, or even you creating any journal line rules, so we need to make sure that all the accounting rules are active. They are enabled in the system, so that when we utilize them, they are available to use. Then manage subledger accounting options. So we'll cover that as well. What options we can set up at the subledger level. Then there is okay, I will take another pause, and if you guys have any question what we have covered so far.
Yes,
Hi,
I have.
Suman. Okay,
Yes, please.
please
Yeah,
go ahead. Yeah.
Okay.
yes. On this, that is subledger applications, we
Mhm.
have a subledger accounting concept.
Yes.
So for that and this FAH accounting concept,
Mhm.
is there a similarity or it's different?
There is a similarity, but even though we are going to cover that down the line, but as you have asked the questions, if you are aware of that, there is some for every module. Subledger is
Yeah,
a functionality associated with every module, right?
yeah,
Say an example, APAR cash management. When you run the create
correct,
accounting, it creates the journal and transfer to the GL, right?
correct.
But that functionality is provided by the Oracle out of box,
Yes,
right? They created all the accounting rules and everything, right? And hardly we get a chance to work on that subledger application. I think in hardly in any project if someone asks, okay, I need to modify or the customize or these accounting rules might be currently the application using XYZ rule, but they want to use the another account. So
Correct.
there is a limited scope to modify the subledger accounting in any module. In
Okay.
my 18 years of plus career, I have
Mm.
seen like hardly any client ask for the customization, but we have the example where we did, but that is the minimum, right?
Okay.
But
Okay.
as far as the FH is concerned,
Mhm.
we need to create those accounting rules from the scratch,
Okay.
and we will cover why we
Mhm.
need to create those from the scratch. So that's
Mm.
why FH is nothing but your subledger with empty boxes. You can say that.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So
So
everything will be done in FAH itself.
exactly. So we for other modules, Oracle created those accounting rules because there is a seamless integration between all the modules, right? APR to GL, right? And they have
Yes.
internally. But here,
Yeah.
Oracle provided a framework. Say an
Mm.
example, client is using XYZ application, right?
Yeah.
But they're not good in accounting configuration.
Mm.
So how you can create the how if you want to client want to generate accounting, how they want to do it. One of the
Mm.
ways they can directly import the journals in GL, right?
Yeah.
But in that case, in GL, what you have? You have summarized data, right? You have your chart of account, currency, and the amount, right? Nothing more than
Yeah.
that, right?
Yes.
But if they want the detail or auditable or user interface easy to modify, so those I will cover as a part of why we need the FAH. Those details I don't want to cover it now. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
just have a
Okay.
patience,
Fine. Fine.
please.
Fine.
Okay,
Fine.
yeah,
Fine.
okay,
No problem.
yeah.
Thanks.
So so these are the things. Then we are also going to cover other concept and the technical things here. See, once you configure your system, say an FAH or the legacy system based on your requirement, right? So definitely we need to process the transaction, and those transactions utilizing our configuration, what we have configured, and create journals in the FAH, right? And those journals we need to transfer to GL and post it. So we are going to cover, okay, how to upload transaction. When I'm saying that transaction or journal is the same thing for the as far as the GL and the FH is concerned. So transaction versus journal, no difference. Okay. Then say an example, once you upload. So when I'm saying that transaction upload, so we are going to cover in detail. It's like what is the overall flow chart, right? When you are saying that, okay, I am uploading the transaction or creating the journal in FH, right? You can create manually. So we are going to cover how to create the journal manually with the help of ADFDI template. That is the one of the part. But when you go to the business, business didn't work on the manual entries, right? The process should be seamless, integrated end to end. So what are the different component involved when you implement, once you configured how the file is coming from the source system? When I'm saying that source system, that means the client legacy system from where we are going to do the data file, where that data file needs to be placed. From that place, what are the different tools we can use to read that file? What are the different validations that tool need to be performed? What is the starting point of the Fusion Accounting Hub, that files that is generated by the middleware or the OIC, right, need to be placed, and what different, say, the schedule process they need to call, so that that process read that file and process into the accounting hub. And what are the different modes we can utilize, like during testing, what are the modes we are using? After go live, or once end to end is finalized, there is a no issue, right? Then what are the mode we are using? So that we are going to cover as a part of this training as well. Then the next is, say an example, after you process the journal either manually or through a file, or end-to-end process, how you can go to the FAH, right, and review that journal, because you configured XYZ accounting, right, rule. So you need to validate your journal. Okay, this is my expected result, and if I'm getting the expected result or not, right? Then and only then we can say that okay, everything is looks good, right? Then say an example, okay, if you want to review FH application, so it is same thing. When we are saying that FH application, you can say the source system or the subledger application. Then we also cover, like, we have different types of reporting in Oracle, like OTBI, BIP, Smart View, and all. So out of that, we are going to touch base on OTBI reporting. And this type of reporting, Oracle made it very easily. Even the end user create those reports with minimum training, like half an hour or 1 hour. So they have given the interface like that, so you can create it. So I will cover that part as well. Then there is another concept in FA that is called multi-period accounting. So I am also going to cover the overview of multi-period accounting, where it is used, when it is used, and what is the purpose of multi-period accounting. Then we'll also cover if there is any closed period activity as a part of FH. Then what is account monitor overview, where it is used. But these all the concepts are related to GL. So I will just take an overview for your so that at least you guys are aware of that, what the meaning of all this, like what is the budget, what is allocation, right? So all these we are going to cover as a part of it. So I will take another pause if you guys have any questions on the content so far.
Hey, Suman, this is Arun here.
Yeah,
So
Arun.
in regards to the certification itself, are you aware of this latest certification on 20?
Certification for FH?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. There it is.
No, right. The 23, I believe, is hands-on, right?
I did last year.
Yeah, I believe in 23 this year, they have not only a multiple choice questions, they have multiple choice and hands-on questions.
No, hands-on. If I'm recollecting, there will be scenario-based question that you need to answer, but still there will be multiple choice.
No, did you check the latest thing?
No. I have not, Arun. If that is the
Yeah.
case, let me see if because I am not aware of, because all my certification which I don't know I covered that part or not in my introduction. So currently I have AP, AR, GL, and FH.
Right. No,
So
even I did all these certifications too, right?
great.
A few months back too. But all those certifications are, multiple choice. And I believe this quarter they have revamped this structure completely.
Oh.
They have Delta and they have regular.
Oh.
Delta is for recertification, and the regular one is for multiple choice and hands-on. That is that's for every module, not only for this. But
Okay. So basically, then they have changed the pattern altogether, right?
Right.
Okay.
That's what I wanted to find out. Are you aware of it, or how?
No,
is
Arun, I am
hands-on
not, to be frank. Let me have a look, because I did last year. At that time it was all this one.
multiple choice? Yeah.
Yeah, multiple choice. But
And
go ahead.
okay, no problem. If you could just give a run through if with your network what is going on, right, with the new hands-on, or how the questions will be, that will be helpful.
Definitely. Let me find out on that part, but that will take some time. Don't expect today or tomorrow. Okay. But before I will end up this course, I will cover that part as well. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fine.
I will
That's
do
fine.
that. Not an issue on that. Any other question from anyone? Bala, Rama?
No, not from my side.
Yeah. Hey, Bala Krishna, I know, but calling calling you Bala is fine, or I need to go with
Yeah,
the
yeah.
full name. Okay.
No, Bala is fine.
Okay. Because in my different project, people specially ask, okay, call me Bala, even though some different name associated
Yes,
with it.
yes.
Yeah. Okay. Any other question, guys? Okay. Uh, Satish, I think today we can bind the session little bit early, and tomorrow onward, then I will start on, why we or client need the FAH and what are the functionality FAH provide, different things, and then after 2-3 sessions, then we'll start with the application.
Yeah, fine, sir. If you
Yes. Okay, guys, if there is no question, then see you guys tomorrow on the same time. It's 8:30 to 9:30. Sorry, 8 to 9:30.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, guys, and
Thank
have
you.
a good day. Bye bye.
You do great. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Thanks so much.